G'day guys, Josh here. Now, if you guys are wondering why I haven't been posting too much content lately, it's mainly because of the fact that I've been not in a good mental state in the last 3 to 4 days. I've been pretty, I do get this from time to time. Like, it's only happened to me, I think, 4 or 5 times where I just unbelievably anxious and panicky for really no reason. And it kind of like started and built up in the last 2 weeks, but I kept it together. But the last 4 days has been pretty awful, if I'm going to be serious. But I'm feeling a lot better now. So we're going to discuss the battle items. Okay, there's many battle items. Now, to give you an idea with the battle items, you generally look at the battle items down here. So these are the 4 battle items, as they call it. And they are generally used in like Guardian raids and other stuff like that, which we haven't got introduced to yet. But it's like for big end game content. But I'm just teaching you guys this now so you understand the battle items before you go in, basically. So basically, you know what you're versing, essentially. So this is the normal items where you put songs and stuff like that in your HP potions. These HP potions generally in the content where only battle items can use cannot be used. And also here's your DPS bar, your awakening skill, and last but not least, your character identity skill, and also here's your other stuff as well. But we're going to talk about the battle items, okay? So with the battle items, you can only have 1 HP potion on your bars, whether it's the green HP potion, the blue HP potion, or the purple HP potion. So you can only have, a minor, a major, a splendid, or an elemental. You can't have anything more than that. You can only have 1 potion, so you can't, put like 4 potions in the bars and just use them bit by bit. Now, some potions have more uses. For example, elemental potions have 7 uses, while major and minor only have 5, and splendid has 9. Now, basically, splendid restores 60%, elemental restores 60%, major restores 45, and minor restores 30% of HP. Those are the HP potions as per se. Next up, we'll get into the grenades instead. So there's multiple grenades that can do, and also does, a type of damage and has an extra effect as well. So if you look at the monster, there's a HP bar on the monster sometimes, and there's a little symbol against it. Let's say it's the red symbol. That means it's weak to fire, and if you use flame grenade, you deal more damage to it, and vice versa. So if it's got earth next to it, you use a clay grenade, which is an earth grenade. So let's go through the grenades first of all. We got clay grenade, dark grenade, electric grenade, flame grenade, flash grenade, frost grenade, and whirlwind grenade. And you got the splendids of each type as well. Whirlwind grenade is a pretty used mechanic, which is very used for stagger checks. So if you get that orange bar that pops up on a mob, whirlwind grenades actually do a lot of stagger damage as well as your abilities as well. If you gotta, mostly towards the Legion raid, which is towards the end game, you do want to be using whirlwind grenades because they're the highest stagger you can get. Now, all the other grenades, so frost, flash, and all that stuff, are all elemental grenades that have a hidden effect. For example, dark grenades reduce defense, clay grenades reduce movement speed and attack speed, flame grenade leaves AoE on the ground. You can only have 1 type of grenade in your battle items. So pretty much like most people do this, they have the potion, the battle grenade, and then next up we're going to get to the bombs. So the next one's to give you the bombs, which have an additional effect, which is corrosive, which increases all weak point damage. So what weak point damage is, if you ever see a move hit destruction on a mob, it increases that by 1. So there's a destruction meter hidden on some mobs. Let's say it's a giant turtle and has 25 weak point. So if your weak point normally hits 1, it now hits 2 if corrosive's on it. So basically it's just a multiplicative, blast. Next up is Sleep Bomb. Sleep Bomb's rarely used too much. It's only used in 1 fight in Legion raids. And it's just put people to sleep and then you wake them up by hitting them. Sacred Bomb is basically, it removes incapacitated effects on anyone. So anyone who can't do anything or can't move out or stun, anything like that, it removes that. Next up is Destruction Bomb. Destruction Bomb is just like the Whirlwind Grenade for stagger, but it stands for weak point and destruction. It's the strongest destruction you can get. There are some fights that you do need Destruction Bomb and you just chuck it at the mob and it helps the fight along extensively. As I said, like the giant turtle, it takes 3 weak point off it if it's got 25, so it's a lot quicker than using other abilities. And last but not least is Pheromone Bomb. Pheromone Bomb gets important later. Basically what it does is that when you throw the Pheromone Bomb, if a Guardian is retreating in a Guardian raid, it will immediately go back to that area. So pretty much you can keep the Guardian in one place if you throw a Pheromone Bomb down. Now there are other battle items as well, and we're going to go through the support battle items as well. So generally the support battle items is the Absorption Potion, which I don't think I have one on me. No, I do not, because I used all of them. You got the Marching Flag, which increases movement speed. You got the Absorption Potion that creates a shield on yourself to absorb damage. You got the Campfire, which is like a pseudo healing potion. You got the Time Stop Potion, and you got Panacea. Panacea removes all debuffs, and Time Stop Potion makes you vulnerable for 2 seconds. Now, also Sacred Charm removes one random debuff from a raid member. Some of these are useful for Legion raids where debuffs, if you get a certain debuff, you may be able to get rid of it to keep going on. Overall, I'm going to say all these support items, they cannot be used at the same time. There's a few of them that can be. I know Panacea and Time Stop cannot be used on the same battle item bar. I know Campfire and a few others can be used. Last but not least, there is a Taunting Scarecrow, which is another support item, which basically is a taunt, which makes the boss stop doing an ability. A Stealth Robe and a Sprinter's Robe, which makes you move faster and also get stealth. And a Stimulant. So if you got a specialty meter or a class identity meter, using a stimulant will immediately put it to 100%. So if you're a bard, you get one of your bars to go to 100%, and you can use your heal or use your, Serenade of Courage, basically. Overall, with battle items either help you move with the support items, either helps your movement speed, makes you invulnerable, gets rid of debuffs, gets rid of a random debuff on your party member. Also, basically gives you healing, like a periodic heal. Even with these support battle items, it's a unique, versatile item. So instead of just a HP pot where you restore a HP, destruction bomb where you deal a certain type of damage, or like a clay grenade where you deal a certain elemental of damage, these support items can be used for a variety of things. Now, overall, this might not be the best explanation with battle items, but overall, with battle items, you just need to get to know that, you can only have one type of grenade, you can only have one type of potion, and you can only have one type of bomb. And you cannot use Time Stop and Panacea. Those are the main rules of the battle bar, and basically the game will tell you can't do this. Overall, you want to just scroll over of what the abilities do, and what utility they have. Like, for example, a flare, for example, if you're doing a guardian raid, it will spot the monster for 30 seconds and reveal it for 30 seconds. Flares are actually quite important, by the way, for guardian raids. Make sure you have a whole bunch of them. And also, when you're looking at the boss strategy guides, make sure you pay attention to what bombs and what grenades need to be used, and make sure they're on your battle bar as well. It is better to have the consumables to defeat the boss than it is to not to have them, because basic consumables can basically turn the tide whether you stagger a boss or you die to a one-shot mechanic. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the battle bar. Hope you guys have a great day. Overall, my battle bar, like at the moment, is for Vikers gate free. So for Vikers gate free, it's a Legion raid boss. You can use the sleep bombs to put sleep. Basically, you have a meter, which if you get to 100%, you become charmed and MC'd, and a sleep bomb can remove it. She has a stagger phase where an orange bar comes up. You need to use a whirlwind grenade to get rid of it. Also, after you do a stagger check, the two slimes explode that she's summoning, and you need to be invulnerable, otherwise you die. So time stop is needed. And lastly, the HP potions. So that's pretty much my battle item setup for a boss fight. You can change your battle items at a sword area. There's a sword area in the gold circle. You can change your battle items there, and you can change your battle items from gate to gate or from guardian raid to guardian raid. Also, you can change it in city as well if you do not, if you cannot, if you want to just change it before you go in. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'm really, really sorry for not producing content, but my mental state comes first, content comes second. I will probably be streaming either on Friday or Saturday. We'll see what happens. It depends on how work goes. And I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys have a great day, and see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.